Hi there, this is Chris, chap in the cap from Motolegends, here today to talk to you about a leather jacket from the Belstaff brand, the brand that's recently returned into British hands. It's a jacket that's called the Ivy jacket. So this is the Ivy jacket. It's the motorcycling version of the jacket that's probably the most famous jacket in the Belstaff leather jacket range, and that jacket is called the Outlaw. That's the jacket that was worn by Beckham a lot recently. He modelled it, made some films wearing it and so on. It's also been worn recently by Sean in the TV series, the Sky Atlantic TV series, The Gangs of London. He's the young chap who's the head of the family. He's been parading around in an Outlaw jacket. I don't think the name has anything to do with it. But this is the motorcyclist's equivalent. It's a wee bit different. Most of the styling is very similar, but whereas the fashion version, as it were, has a centre zip, this has a very slight asymmetric zip. Not what I'd call a full Lancer zip, but certainly it is off a little bit to the side. Now, this is not the first time that Belstaff have made the Ivy jacket. They had a previous iteration of it. That was made from a Cordovan leather. That was a beautiful, beautiful leather. Cordovan is kind of the finest leather you can find, but it was softer than any Cordovan that certainly I've ever come across. It was a beautiful jacket. Now, this jacket is actually made from what they call a bull hide. A little bit confusing because bull hide does not necessarily come from bulls at all. It comes from older animals. So the sex is not important. It could be cows, it could be bulls, but basically it's older animals. That tends to make the hides a little bit thicker, although this is technically only rated as a 1 to 1.1 millimeter thickness leather, but the leather tends to be quite strong, quite thick, and not as elastic, not as stretchy as some of the leathers that come from younger animals. So, for example, calf skin. But it is a very robust leather. It makes for a very strong and very reassuring feeling jacket. In terms of some of the detailing, we've got the quilting, extra panels of quilting here on the shoulders, on the elbows, and also at the back there's a kidney belt, slightly lowered, not really particularly so. We like a lowered back because on the bike that works well. This is only lowered if maximum by about ½ an inch. In terms of some of the other detailing, we've got a two-position stud collar. Zip comes down. This stud that covers the end of the zip, that looks as though it's metal, but it's actually a rubber covered metal. So if you're riding the bike, if you're leant over the tank, over some kind of cafe racer, that isn't going to damage the paintwork at all. Inside there's a diamond quilted lining in black. You've also got an inside pocket. Two zips here on the side. All the zips and all the fittings, other than the rubber cover on the bottom stud, they're all an antique nickel, so blends in, makes it quite a subtle jacket, I think. In terms of adjustment, you've got here on the waist quite a chunky buckle adjuster. Graham will come in and do a close-up of that. Looks fantastic. Will allow you obviously to cinch the jacket in if that is what you want to do. On the ends of the cuffs, you don't have a buckle, but you do have a zip. That's going to enable you to get a glove tucked up inside, then close it down and keep it tight. In terms of protection, now this is a super strong jacket and it's going to confuse some people, but it is only an A-rated jacket under the latest regulations, EN 17092. But you just have to accept that that's the Belstaff thing. Belstaff is a fashion company that makes bike jackets. They make very nice bike jackets, and in my view, they are very protective. But they are not as motivated as what I would call a pure motorcycle company to go out and show just how strong their jackets are. So they don't get a big thing by saying this is a AAA rated jacket or a AA rated jacket. They've had all of their jackets rated, be it wax cotton or leather, just sufficiently so that they can then legally sell them in a motorcycle shop. So if you want to sell any motorcycle wear in a motorcycle shop in Europe, you have to have it CE approved. So Belstaff have just put their entire range through that process at the A level. It would have taken a lot more money and a lot more time to go for the higher levels, because at times what happens is if you miss AAA, you have to test again for AA and then test again for A. Belstaff didn't have the time or the inclination to do that, so this is just rated as an A jacket. I have no qualms, however, in suggesting that this is a properly protective piece of motorcycle wear. I cannot see that this jacket would not have passed at the AA level, might even have passed at the AAA level. But if you're someone who is buying by the book, you are dictated to by the standards that are achieved under the CE process, then perhaps this isn't a jacket for you, because you will find jackets that are AA rated and AAA rated for a lot less money, In terms of the armour, this jacket comes with D3O in the shoulders and the elbows as standard. Recently, Belstaff has started using different armour in some of its other jackets, but I'm very happy that in this jacket, which is a premium jacket, even in the world of Belstaff, that they're using D3O in the shoulder and the elbows. There's a pocket for a back protector. It doesn't come as standard, but this is what we would fit. It is a T8. We all know that D3O, it's super soft and bendy. When it takes the heat from your body, it becomes even softer. So once this is in place, after 10 minutes, you don't know it's there. It hardens on impact. That's actually a level 2 back protector. So I've mentioned that this is not an inexpensive jacket. In fact, it's a very expensive jacket. Want to know how expensive? All I can say is it's eye-wateringly expensive. So if you would like to see more Belstaff jackets, and of course we are far and away the UK's largest stockist of Belstaff, then visit the website motolegends.com. If you'd like to learn more about this particular jacket, then if you click on one of the links on the screen, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there, that will take you directly to the relevant page on our website. There you can check out the spec in a little bit more detail, you can check on availability, and if you really like the jacket, you can obviously buy one there and then. Now when you buy from us, we try to make the process as simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on any item of protective wear that you buy from us. You have a full 12 months in which to return something to us, and returns are totally free. We have the best price guarantee in the business. Now, John Lewis is rightly famed for its never knowingly undersold promise. We go one stage better. If you can find anybody selling anything that we sell at a price that is lower than ours, we will beat that price by a full 10%. If the retailer is in the EU and not in the UK, we will match their price. Now, there are a few terms and conditions, nothing particularly onerous, but if you are going to price beaters, then I suggest you visit the website and check out what those terms and conditions are. If you in future would like to receive information from us about new products, then if you go to the website, at the top of every page there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. Click on that and within seconds you'll be in business. In future you'll receive bulletins from us. If however you would prefer to get your information from us videographically, that is to say in this form, then we would be delighted if you wanted to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can do that by clicking on the button below. Now this is 2020 and before the end of the year we're going to be giving away a motorbike to a subscriber to our YouTube channel. We're calling the bike a Steve McQueen tribute bike. It's based on a 125cc Mutz machine. It's a lovely little cutie. You can read more about it on the front page of our website or on the home page of our YouTube channel. But as I say, you have to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel in order to win the bike. Finally, I'd like to make a play for our fabulous shop here in Guildford. We are based about a mile from the centre of town, a mile from the railway station. As I've suggested, the shop itself is not huge, the footprint is quite small, but it's attached to our warehouse where we have £2 million worth of merchandise arranged over 3 floors. Technically that makes us the second largest motorcycle apparel shop in the UK. But we think that we are far more than just the amount of merchandise we have here in the building. We're all about service, we're all about personal fitting. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. When you come and see us, we'll serve you only the finest Italian illy coffee, or we'll serve you proper Yorkshire tea in a proper teapot. Anyway, this has been Chris. I hope to talk to you again soon.